Hi, my name is Ikwejo Abiola Ladeju. We're going to be discussing about domain name, domain rule, and what domain extension. The domain name is the address of your website that people type in the browser URL bar to visit your site. And at the same time, if your website is a home, your domain name, what would be the address in a layman way, is just like when someone to visit your house. The address to your house is what you give to the person for you to locate it. The same thing when someone to visit your site, what you need to give to the person is what your domain name, which is the URL to your site. The domain name is also part of your online address, and your visitor will use it to what find it easily. For example, the domain name of TPI Online Academy is what lms.theprofessionalinstitute.org. Your, your domain name is unique to your site. Once you register it, no one can register it if you continue to renew it yearly. A more detailed description about domain. One thing you should know about domain is uh, domain name is something that is being gotten from what a registrar organization. The internet is a vast network of computer and is connected together globally. And one thing you should know is that instead, why domain come in place is most of us cannot easily understand or remember some IP address. Uh, for example, coming like now, this particular um, IP address 66.249.66.1. You can't easily what remember that, or you can't easily get the idea or remember. Instead, you want to visit your favorite site, and instead of you putting one, you mistakenly put two, and take you to another site. Therefore, you'll not be able to locate that site. That is one of the reasons domain name come in place. Instead of you now cramming in numbers like 192.168.10.1, instead of counting it, instead of putting one, you put two or you put three, it take you to another site. That is the reason why a domain name come in place. Registering a domain name can be easy as you can select whichever name you want, but the name you choose is important to your business future on your blog website. Therefore, in this section or in the next slide, we're going to be focusing on um, hint on how to get a domain name. Rule one: the first thing is what when choosing a domain name, try to choose what a domain name that suits your brand. Like for example, our domain name is what theprofessionalinstitute.org. Is actually the branding name is a branding because it is a name of our organization, and there is no word any keyword or string in between like this that will have hyphen in between. If you can check the hyphen professional hyphen institute.org, most people may not be able to remember there's hyphen in between. Therefore, it will now take them to what the site that is not available on the internet. And at the same time, if your brand don't have what a number, try don't what add a number like the one we have here, like the professional institute dot what the professional institute 29.org. We have organization that their brand has what a number. Therefore, don't put what a number in your what domain name if there's no number. And the next thing is we can have rule two is if you have what the financial capability, you can what buy as many domain uh, extension you want. For example, if you can check Google on the internet, you can have what google.com. It take you to what this page that we have here. At the same time, you can what type this that I'm going to type here. Just Google dot rather dot let's use this one as dot com. You can see the difference between the normal Google we have. Instead of double O here, we have just one O. When you type Google with just one O, it's going to what take us to what back to what the google.com, because they have what secure that particular domain name. Reason behind that is because they know already that we have some people that will type just one O, and they don't want them to say the site is not good. Therefore, they need to buy different extension. If you check very well, you have google.com.ng, you have google.com.fr. Those are different things that you need to put. We must ensure that this domain name is not a trademark or copyright. You can't just go and buy a domain name and you call it Facebook Online, or some organization. When you buy domain name representing their site, they will sue you based on say, okay, you want to fraud some individual. And for the rule 4, find a short domain name. Try to get what a domain name, for example, mp.org is very short, and princesskid.org. Not that you need to pick what is very long sentence for your domain name. And another thing you need to put in place is what extension. Extension are surface like what .com, .net. Try to know whether you want to pick what this extension and why are you picking it. We're going to discuss them one after the other later on. And rule 5, if your domain name is not going by the brand name, you should what at least use specific keyword that describe your business. For example, online Abulian. Online Abulian is carved from what Abulian solution.com.ng. We pick that name just to suit what we want to do and the name of the organization. Okay, let's move to what domain name extension. Each domain name you see online, they are of different name and different extension. The first domain type is what the top level domain, which is what almost all what we know, which is the .com, .net, .info, .biz, and not the rest. Those are what first level or top level domain. It says that they only have, after the name you want to use, they will only, you just want suffix attached to what your name .com. Those are called the top level domain. For the second level domain are what the domain that has what extra suffix apart from what the .com or the .net. For example, we have the .com.au, .com.ng. The .com.ng is, we know that what is a commercial site, but it's what is originated from what Nigeria, and the AU is what from what Australia. Why the what we have what GTLD, which is what generic top level domain, and this include what you see some website like mpic.consult or mpic.marketing or abianasolution.estate.fashion.photo. Those are generated word, and this is the fast growing segment that is very popular lately and have a large range to choose from. Whatever industry you are, some can be what .train, some can be .academy, and just like that. Those are the things you can have in what the generic. One thing you should know about, we have in sense that we even have .club. We have .club, but all these .store and not the rest, all these are very more costly than the .com. Some can be about 10,000, 15,000 just to get a simple domain. And this last one, which is what the country code top level. You see some site, instead of having .com.ng, what you just see is what, like for example gg.ng. We have some site can be .gh, which is Ghana, AU, Australia, like that. Those are what country code. If you say .uk, you know that it's United Kingdom. When you say .fr, you know that it's from France. If you say TG Togo, and we have what BG Benin. Those are top level, not like what we have .com.ng, .com.fr, but just .com, .ng directly. Example of it .fr, like that. There's no other surface attached to it. These are what call what top level country code top level domain. And other things we need to talk about is When you are using .com, you should know that your site is basically what a commercial. It's meant for commercial purpose. .org organization. We have .net for network. .edu for education. We have .xch, that is the school. So .mil for military. .arp for what address and routing, and a lot of them. But one thing you should know is that you need to know the extension you are trying to pick for uh, your site. Thank you for watching. um, you can chat me up on WhatsApp to drop your message and your questions, or from the group chat. Thank you.